It's been over 40 years, but today the PBA is back in Omaha, and Hall of Famer Walter Ray Williams Jr. back on television after a 2+ month absence. Welcome inside the brand new Thunder Alley just outside of Omaha, Nebraska. Standing room only crowd today for the 16th event on this season's Denny's PBA Tour. And matchup number one pits reigning Rookie of the Year Billy Oatman versus the Hall of Famer Pete Weber. The winner of that match will then face the lefty and soon-to-be-named Rookie of the Year Rhino Page. The number 2 seed occupied by the greatest bowler in history, Walter Ray Williams Jr. And our number 1 seed, Mike Scroggins. A victory today would give him multiple titles in a season for the first time in his 17-year career. Sold out crowd in Omaha. High scores all week long. 3 lefties and 2 Hall of Famers. All the elements are in place for a memorable afternoon of bowling from Omaha. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson here with you. And match number 1 it's Billy Oatman versus Pete Weber. And what an odd year it's been for Pete Weber. We didn't see him on television at all for the first half of the season. Then when he does get under the lights, he's affected by, of all things, nerves.
Yeah, it's been kind of strange. And, you know, arguably Pete Weber, the most physically gifted bowler to ever throw a bowling ball. And it's been a struggle for him his last 2 times out on television. He said he was nervous, he was overthinking it, but he said, Rob, today I'm just going to come out and just throw shots. I'm going to turn the computer off and just throw them.
Today's number 2 seed, Walter Ray Williams Jr. Well, he's been a regular in our Saturday TV production meetings, at least in the first half of the season, but we haven't seen him since December 9th. What happened?
I think our expectations are too high. You know, when it comes to Walter Ray Williams, we expect him to be there all the time, and it's just tough to get out. His last 3 events, he's finished 9th all 3 times.
We hold him to a higher standard, and Walter Ray held the top spot in the Denny's PBA Player of the Year points race for the last 13 weeks, but Chris Barnes' title last Sunday gave Barnes the lead. Now they are tied. Should Williams Jr. advance to the final, he will have taken over the lead. So match number 1 pits the 5 seed Billy Oatman versus the 4 seed Pete Weber. And an electric crowd here in Omaha. I have never seen so many signs in my life, and they are going to be shown ad nauseum today, I have a feeling. Omaha really came out to support the PBA this week and today. Billy Oatman, the reigning Rookie of the Year, will get us underway here in Omaha.
This crowd has set a new standard for PBA crowds. The most signs, this place is going to rock today.
Billy misses the head pin with his first toss.
I want to start out like that.
And he looked like he struggled in practice. The last 4 or 5 shots that I saw him throw all went high. That shot was left of his target, and he leaves the nasty washout to start this match.
An open frame 8.
And Pete Weber, when he has the choice, will always make his opponent start the match. So his opponent will end up finishing the match. He wants his opponent to have all the pressure on him. Right now, Pete Weber looking solid. He looks solid in practice, and he looks comfortable.
Come on, 10!
Well, this is going to go half pocket. We call this the swish zone. Pete Weber, that rotation, gets all 10 to go down, and it's not how, it's how many.
So Oatman, the reigning Rookie of the Year, 27 years prior to that, it was Pete Weber in 1980 winning Rookie of the Year honors.
Well, Rob, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, and he did right there, because Pete gets the great break on the right lane and then gets an awful break on the left lane with the stone 9.
Pete doesn't waste much time between shots. So he drops that one down, so Weber goes strike spare. Oatman, who missed the pocket and was eyeballing a washout on his first shot. Finished with 8, steps up here in the second frame with his effort. Third career television appearance and a second of the season. He finished 4th in Spartanburg, South Carolina, just before the holidays. That one too much to the right that time.
And that's what I saw him do in practice. And he looks confusing. He looks like he's not really sure where to play on the lanes. The left-handers, the southpaws this week, played around the first arrow, and depending on how much they wanted to hook it, they would move in and just kind of throw it to that spot, or they would play it like Mike Scroggins and go straight down and in from that first arrow. And right now, Billy Oatman doesn't know which one to do.
2-4-7.
And back-to-back open frames. Certainly not the way you want to start, especially bowling a Hall of Famer.
Well, Billy Oatman is sweating like he's got the flu right now.
Yeah, he's
it's
sweating.
actually Pete Weber who's the one who's sick. Weber's been fighting cold-like symptoms since Wednesday, but you and I noticed in warm-ups that Billy's got a nice little lather going.
Yeah, well, there's been a flu bug that's kind of run its course out here on tour, and I think the only two people that haven't gotten it are you and I.
Way to jinx us.
Ball change and the same washout plus the 6-pin.
Having a reaction.
If you think he was sweating before, that's really going to add to it. Nothing worse than bowling on television and having a bad ball reaction. We saw Mike Devaney go through this last week. Right now, Pete Weber's got to be salivating sitting over there in the chair watching this.
1, 3, 4, 6, 7. Billy goes to his seat and disgustingly takes the towel to wipe off his brow, and now Weber steps up, and he can pretty much begin putting a cobra clutch on this match. And yes, it's just the third frame. Missed.
Well, hang on now.
We talked about how high scoring the lanes were this week, but these two guys proving us wrong right now.
Yeah, 1, 2, 4, 6, 10 on a shot that's wide. And for as high as the scores were, like you said, Rob, this is not the kind of start that we envisioned.
Third washout of this match between these two. Take a look at our Atomic Edge. We focus on the footwork of Pete Weber.
Yeah, it's kind of good feet, bad feet. This was a Tournament of Champions. Weber trips over his own 2 feet and fouls. This is the way Pete is known for throwing the bowling ball. Check this out. Perfect form, great balance at the foul line, and first frame strike.
That's the only strike we've seen from either competitor. That's looking better.
Yeah! Nicely done.
Lumber liquidators averaged by round, and they are rolling on the Scorpion oil pattern this week.
There you go, Billy. Bounce back, Billy. Let's see what happens on the left lane. He's still looking for his first mark of any kind. But this is picture perfect. Great knee bend, especially for a 41-year-old. I think that's the biggest key in our sport, is a real stable lower body. Got to have good solid legs to build a great foundation to deliver the bowling ball. Back-to-back jacks. All of a sudden, it's a 7-pin match. Billy Oatman right back in this.
Now, Billy really looks like he's struggling. His wife, or his fiancée and mother, in town. Mom Joyce, his fiancée Annette. Pete responds by leaving the 7. This is his 7th top 10 result of the season, but he is winless on television this season.
And a good pitch there, just a bad pin carry again, where Pete leaves the blower 7.
Takes care of the 7, and take a look.